have a shredder. There has never been a more powerful shredder that we've offered here at HSN. This is a monster. This is a beast. You're not gonna put in one piece of paper at a time. You're gonna put in 100 pages at a time. That's right. Not 1 or 2 pages at a time, but over 100 pages at a time. You can load from the front, you can load from the back. You can load 100 pages at a time, and it works fast. Not only is it shredding like crazy, you don't have to stand here and feed in 1 page at a time. You can simply put in 100 pages and walk away. It's that brilliant. Now, I wanna talk about the cutting that it can do. This is also where it stands head and shoulders above the rest. This is what your shredder might be doing right now, and it's great. It's called a strip cut. The only problem with a strip cut, well, you can pretty much read everything all the way across the piece of paper. Not so great if you're worried about your security and your privacy. Maybe some of you have another shredder at home. It's called cross cut. That's pretty good, but again, I can still read this entire social security number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I hope that's not your social security number. Now the world has it. Then this is what we have here at HSN from this HP shredder. It's called Microcut. That is what you want in a shredder. We do have a feature price of $115.99, and that's with FlexPay. You can get it home for $23, and we also have colors, because I know you want to pick your color that's going to go with your office. So let's go through these colors. I've got jet black right here. Down below, I have one that's called Snow White, and that's this really pretty kind of clean, fresh white color. For those of you that are looking for something that kind of works with an office or sort of a laundry room or sort of a kitchen situation, there's the white. Right here we have mulberry, and then we have a great navy. Up here we have the teal, and I love that color, kind of a beautiful teal blue color. It also is one of the largest bin sizes we've offered. That's 4.5 gallons. I like that it has a clear window. You can actually see when it's time to empty that, and when it is time, you simply pull out the drawer, and if you have a gerbil or a hamster, they're gonna love all that little shredding. You can put that in any aquarium. So we're gonna talk about how easy this is to set up, because there is no assembly required. You just plug it in. It comes with wheels, so you can kind of roll it around. You can roll it out from under a counter or under the desk, and you literally set in your paper and you walk away. It does your staples, it does your credit cards, it does sort of thick paper, it does the cardboard. So it's a fabulous offer, and it's gonna get the job done, and Aaron Berger is ready to tell us all about it. I can see he's fired up. There's something that's very satisfying, right, Aaron, about shredding. You're like, yes, that chore that has been on my to-do list for all the files, all the documents, all the papers that are cluttering up your home office. Finally, we can get the chores.
It just feels good to clear the clutter. It feels good to do it safely. It feels good to clean every, you know, we've sort of just got through spring, right? Or some of us are, I guess, sort of in spring. We're cleaning up. We're making everything a little bit more organized, and it feels so good. Now doing that with how many old taxes do you have lying around? Old credit card offers do you have lying around? A friend of mine told me the other day, he's like, Aaron, I literally keep like a garbage bag, and I just put all the mail that I'm scared to throw away, which is smart. You shouldn't just throw away your mail, certainly not your sensitive mail. Like, I'm just waiting to get a great shredder to make sure that it all goes away safely. This is the way to do it. HP is the #1 computer manufacturer in America. HP is also the #1 printer manufacturer in America. They are the office people. Don't you want a shredder by the #1 as well. We have offered this very few times, probably less than a half dozen times on HSN. It's a customer pick on hsn.com. Everyone loves it because of the feature I'm about to show you right now. So the first thing you saw me doing is shredding individual papers, right? So I'm just popping in a paper at a time. You can do, let's see, I'll count 1, 2, 3, and I'll fold them in half to make it the thickness of 6, just to kind of prove a point. You can shred up to 10 pages at a time. But this is what's absolutely key, and this is what everybody loves more than anything else. This has an auto document feeder. So you can put up to 110 pages in the auto document feeder. Now you can go make dinner. You can go play tennis. You can go take a bath. You can do whatever you want to do. There's 110 pages in there. Oh, I got it. It's really fast though. I didn't get it in quite fast enough. I wanted to show you something. You can actually use the bypass tray at the same time as the auto document feeder is shredding as well. So that's something I want to show you. Again, customer pick on hsn.com. Because of that auto doc feeder, people love that. It's on casters, so it moves everywhere. It's lightweight anyway, but it's so nice to be able to just, when you're not using it, slide it under the table or slide it under your desk in your office or whatever you want. And the other really, really key thing here, a couple of other key things. One of them is this makes confetti. This is an absolute micro shred. It's not a strip shred or anything like that. This is a shred where the paper, let's see if I can even, if I have the dexterity, and I can't get just one, there's a couple there. The paper that it shreds is so small. We're talking about millimeters, so no one could ever put this back together. No one could get, the last four of your social or anything like that. Incredibly safe and incredibly simple and satisfying, Sarah, to use.
Oh, and now you can have a party with all the confetti that you're making.
That's right. That's right.
Look at that.
Easy to do a little bit of homemade confetti.
This is such a great buy, and I am so thrilled that we get to present this today because it's rarely seen on television, and it's from that #1 computer brand, #1 laptop brand, #1 printer brand. So this is a brand you can trust. By the way, if you want the black, it is our most popular. It is our most limited. White mulberry, we've got that kind of fun navy blue we're calling indigo, and also available for you in the teal. I want to give you the dimensions, and then we'll get back to Aaron, because I want you to see this does not take up a lot of room. I'm going to turn it sideways so you can see. All you need, kind of like front to back, is about 9 inches. So 9 inches front to back, and then across it's a little over a foot, about 13 inches wide, and at the height it's about 20 inches high. It's on wheels. So Aaron, I love that it's a small footprint, but it is like a beast. It's like a monster when it comes to devouring those documents.
It is, and if you have a moment, I would encourage you, go to hsn.com and read the reviews. The reviews are out of this world. It's a 4.4, I think, star. 5-star is the highest reviewed product. People love it, and what they say is, I bought several shredders before. This is the highest quality one that I bought. It doesn't overheat. It has an overheat sensor on it, but they say this doesn't overheat nearly as much as other shredders that I've used. Doesn't jam as much. One person says, I love how easy it is to clear jams, and I'll just show you that here quickly. You can just flip this up. There's 2 little areas where you can flip up and clear jams. As I said, I've sold this on air probably 6 times or so. I've only seen it jam. Every shredder will jam if you jam it full of paper, like I do. I've seen it one time and I cleared it on air in about a second. I'm going to take about 10 pages here and just pop this in. If you're just joining us, I'll show you. This is the auto dock feeder that pops up. One of the most popular things about this shredder is it's the largest auto dock feeder I've ever seen from HP. It's a 110 page auto dock feeder. I know you get a lot of junk mail. I know you have old taxes. I know you have old registration forms, camp registrations, school registrations, medical records, all those things. While those are auto feeding, I'm going to take, these are credit cards. You get credit card offers in the mail all the time, right? And what do you do with those credit card offers? You really should be shredding them. This isn't just an offer. This is a full normal credit card, popping it in there. It makes short work out of everything. It went through 10 pages in about a moment, and now I've got a trick. It's like sort of like the circus. Now I've been, leading up to this. This is where I balance on the tightrope, except that it's really easy to do. This is another thing that I've read a lot in, again, on the reviews where this has been made a customer pick on hsn.com. One of the features everyone loves is how you empty it. And someone even said, what took so long for someone to figure out such an easy way to empty your shredder? It really is pretty cool. It's like sort of like a really high-end vacuum or something. So when you take this out, and by the way, you'll notice the front of mine is clear. That's just for demonstration purposes. All of yours will have whatever color you're choosing, and then it'll have a little clear sort of window in the center so you can get the satisfaction of seeing things shredded. But this is how you empty it. So on the back, there's just a little lever here. Ready? 1, 2, magic button, and go. Did you guys see that?
Way.
There's a little trap door.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, that's one of the coolest things about it is it's really easy to shred. It's really easy to use. It's really fast. But it's when it comes to emptying it and emptying it cleanly and not having confetti all over the floor when you don't want confetti all over the floor, it's just as easy as, look,
Wow, that's like
it.
a
That
magic
drops out
trick
the bottom.
that was worth waiting
Cool,
for,
right?
Aaron.
Okay, good.
By
Good.
the way, yeah, I have not seen a shredder here on HSN where you can load 100 pages at a time. So let's talk about why we need to shred, Aaron. What's wrong with just, you know, throwing that in the trash? What's wrong with that?
We all know that the Federal Trade Commission, this isn't just my word or Sarah's word, says there are many steps consumers can take to minimize the risk of being an identity theft victim. Identity theft is a huge problem, as we all know. For example, consumers should closely guard their social security number, and this is important, shred charge receipts, copies of credit applications, and other sensitive documents. It's the government, you know, recommending that we do that. And the easiest way to do it, if it's difficult, if you don't like your shredder, if your shredder takes up a lot of room, so you don't want to have it out all the time, if it's not easy to just roll underneath, you know, your desk or whatever, like this is, then you're not going to take those steps. When it's simple to use, when it's simple, when it's easy, when it's fast, when it's convenient, you really do shred everything. It really does, it feels good to sort of clear that clutter. And again, let me show you how easy it is. There's a couple of things about specifically this shredder that make it such a favorite around here when we can get it, which isn't enough, not as much as we would like, I should say. The fact that it's on casters makes it really easy just to put it wherever you want and then to put it out of the way, quite frankly, you know, when you're not using it. You plug it into the wall, you turn it on, it powers on. Again, it has an overheat and overload sort of warning sensor. It will shut off automatically. This is the auto dock feeder. This is one of the things everyone loves. Sarah just said, Sarah's been a host here for years and years. I've been at HSN for the better part of 2 decades now. I've never seen an HP shredder that will do 110. I don't think I've seen any shredder, but certainly not an HP shredder, that you can load 110 documents in at one time, and it just shreds right through them. Another really, really nice thing, watch what happens when I pull out the bin. It automatically stops shredding. That's a great safety feature, right? So if you're just sort of aware of that, because there's you know, very sharp edges in there, shredding things. You can't get to those, obviously, but it's nice to know that that shredder stopped automatically. And then when you put the bin back in, it has that automatic sensor, and it starts shredding again. Also, while things are in the auto document feeder, you can still be shredding up to 10 pages at a time, in fact, in the slot in front. You can put up to, like I said, 10 pages at a time in the slot in front. So maybe you have a stack of stuff that you know needs to go, and then you're just sort of going through things at the same time and getting rid of what you need to get rid of and keeping what you need to keep. You can get all that work done really simply at the same time. Sarah.
Yeah, this is a really great offer. I highly recommend the shredder. I read the reviews as well, Aaron, before the show. I mean, who writes reviews on a shredder? Like, you have to really, really love that shredder if you're gonna take a few minutes and write a review. But people are very thrilled with their purchase, and I know you will be too. And today's the best day to do it. It's $35 off, and we have FlexPay. So you can space it out over the next 5 months. Black is almost gone, teal, white, mulberry, or indigo. Shop this now, and as you get ready to kind of clean out that clutter, or you're working from home, which is what more and more people are doing. They have a hybrid situation with their office, or they're working from home. You need to shred at home. This is a great solution for you. 756027. All right, Aaron's gonna stick with us as we talk about a great laptop. And I really enjoy presenting laptops here at HSN.